morning, May 27th. Helmets and cauliflowers. Take the helmet of salvation. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 17. Each of us owns a jewel more valuable than any displayed at Cartier or Tiffany's. It's a 3-pound blob of gray pulp resembling a rotting cauliflower. This jewel is the most incredible creation in God's universe, a fabulous, living supercomputer with unfathomable circuitry and unimaginable complexity. It's the human brain, a collection of billions of neurons, each as complex as a small computer. Yet the brain is only as useful as the material it feeds on. Our thoughts should be fixed on Christ and filled with His Word. The Bible tells us to set our minds on things above, not on the things of earth. Colossians chapter 3, verse 2. Wearing the helmet of salvation means our minds are protected by the saving truth of Christ. We are transformed by the renewing of our minds. Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. For those who live according to the Spirit set their minds on what the Spirit desires. Romans chapter 8, verse 5. Psalm chapter 37, verse 3 tells us, feed on His faithfulness. Be careful what goes into your mind today. Remember that it's the battleground of the soul, and by focusing on Christ, we can win the victory. Our defeat or victory begins with what we think, and if we guard our thoughts, we shall not have much trouble anywhere else along the line. Vance Havner. Good evening. Be an enthusiastic Christian. And if the Spirit of Him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, He who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies through His Spirit who lives in you. Romans chapter 8, verse 11. Disinterest toward spiritual things is a weakness in the lives of many Christians. They have become so accustomed to sacred and holy things that they are no longer affected by them. But we should always be enthusiastic Christians. Some people show their enthusiasm for the things of God through physical and emotional demonstrations. However, there is a more profound and more meaningful, constructive way to be an enthusiastic Christian. That is to lead a life that is filled with the Spirit of Christ. If the Spirit of the living Christ fills you, He permeates every facet of your life and existence. Your thoughts, your spirit, your emotions, your likes and dislikes, your fears and convictions, everything is surrendered to His control. When this happens, the holy flame of enthusiasm is lit in your life through the ministry of the Holy Spirit, and your whole life is inspired by a power that is not of your making. Every part of you reflects the love of Jesus, even if it is sometimes imperfect. You become truly enthusiastic about Him in the life that you live for Him.